I'm on this group on WhatsApp. It's a Nigerian WhatsApp group for musicians. Occasionally, they used to post gigs. So today, somebody dropped a gig request that an organization, I'm not sure actually if it's a church, needed somebody, but most likely it's a church, needed a pianist to rehearse today and play in church for the church service tomorrow. So the payment for today was going to be, or is going to be 3,000 naira. And the payment for tomorrow is going to be 10,000 naira. This is somebody that's going to stand in for another person. Like I'm a pianist, and let's say I'm intermediate in my skill level. You mean I'm going to dress up and take public transport or probably drive my car if I'm mobile and come for your rehearsals, and you pay me 3,000 naira. Then the next day I'll do the same thing and you will pay me 10,000 naira. I can't wrap my mind around this. What's going on? And somebody's going to accept that. Why? Why will you do that? Where do we draw the line? How do we begin to set the standard? See, I'm also in another WhatsApp Telegram group this time around in the UK for musicians, and there's a standard. The minimum gig you can put on that platform is £70. That is an equivalent of 140,000 naira for a gig, minimum. If it's less than that, you'll be queried. What I'm saying is I think we can raise the standard. But how do we do that? For a country like Nigeria, how do we raise the standard that in the minds of everybody? I mean, this same church cannot ask a doctor to issue Panadol for 3,000 naira because there's a perception of who a doctor is. Probably one established by the institutionalization of the doctor profession, or lawyers, or engineers. Why will a church want a drummer or a musician to come and serve them? You are willing to pay, but what you're willing to pay is 3,000 naira or 10,000 naira for a gig or for a church service. I can't understand. I think it's a perception problem, and we need to think about ways of fixing that perception in the minds of the people that need the service of a musician. I think one way to solve the problem of this perception is if musicians in Nigeria can find a way to institutionalize and set standards. What do you think?